Hi, I'm Jeff Banks from MW Lomax, and this is the Banks Report.
The Banks Report, a commentary by noted property and business tax consultant Jeff Banks. Jeff is not your ordinary accountant and speaks in words and terms that you understand.
In my practice, I help people who are working hard and using property and self-employment to help them reach their financial goals. January 26, Australia Day, a day where we celebrate all things Australian. One of the great games we play, besides cricket, is a perennial one against the taxman, or fiscal fiend as one of my mentors used to call them. One of the easiest ways to ensure we get to win in this game is to ensure we quarantine activities in separate entities. We can operate as sole traders, invest in our own names for simplicity, and get into more complex entities like companies, trusts and superannuation funds. Some even like to use foundations because their outlook on life includes significantly giving back to the community. But why? Why use any of these types of entities? Can I say that everyone is different and each entity could be useful in any strategy, and the use of one to you may be abhorrent to someone else? But at the end of the day, quarantining activities, using different entities for different types of transactions is all about defending your assets and operations against the fiscal fiend. We invest in one type of entity so the taxman cannot take a low-hanging fruit approach to our transactions and trade in another to allow us to access the most relevant marginal tax rates. Taxation is complex, and those of us, and I count myself amongst these number, who play the game all the time, revel in it. For the ordinary punter, the stress of seeing an accountant or even thinking of understanding the whys and wherefores of tax scares them, especially when an accountant talks in another language using terms, whilst accurate, sounds like aliens have landed. The answer is to be able to speak to someone who speaks your language. Over the years, we at MW Lomax have prided ourselves in just that, turning complex taxation issues into easy to understand strategies our clients grasp and realise why. So I suppose I got away from the topic a bit. Why do we quarantine? We quarantine because it's the simplest way to play the game against the fiscal fiend. The only trouble is the rules are very complex and ignorance is no defence when the umpire calls foul.
The Banks Report is created by Jeff Banks of MW Lomax, a specialist financial services firm offering strategic advice and services you need in property and business, including accounting, taxation, finance, financial planning, risk insurance, superannuation, and business advisory.